Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ryan Awesome, and welcome to the Ryan Awesome Show. Now, before we get into the show, first off, man, if you haven't done this already, man, what are you waiting for, man? Hit the thumbs up. Hit the thumbs up, and if you're new here, hit that subscribe button. And right next to that subscribe button, there's a bell. Make sure you click on that bell so you're the first ones to know when my next video will come out because I'm here each and every single week. And one last thing, don't forget to be awesome. Yeah, man. Sit back, chillax, grab something to eat, grab something to drink because you're watching the Ryan Awesome Show. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Ryan Awesome Show. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ryan Awesome, and welcome to the Ryan Awesome Show. Now today on the Ryan Awesome Show, we'll be talking about AEW Dynamite for January the 19th, 2022. So yeah, man. Overall, man, really fun show, man. Enjoyed the main event. Darby Allin, Sting versus the Acclaim in our main event. And, dude, Jon Moxley. We have Jon Moxley. Jon Moxley is back. So it's great to see Jon Moxley back. And also, man, Beach Break. Beach Break. We have Beach Break next week. And we have some great matches, man. Some great matches for Beach Break next week. Cody Rhodes versus Sammy Guevara for the undisputed TNT Championship. Can't wait for that. And then we have Adam Cole and Orange Cassidy next week too at Beach Break in a lights out match. So I'm guessing that's the main event. But yeah, man, enjoyed the show, man. Enjoyed the show tonight, man. Great to see Moxley, man. So yeah, that was AEW Dynamite, man. And so yeah, man. So this is the AEW Dynamite review for January the 19th, 2022 on the Ryan Awesome Show. And I say this all the time in the intro. Like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Hit the thumbs up if you haven't already. And subscribe to the channel if you're new here or if you're watching the Ryan Awesome Show for the first time ever because I'm here each and every single week, man. So yeah, so tonight we were live. We were live in Washington, D.C., the nation's capital, Washington, D.C. So yeah, so first we started off with Jon Moxley, man. So Jon Moxley is back. And so yeah, he came out to the ring and he spoke, man.
A little while ago. Hey, go fuck yourself. Get that guy.
Oh.
Piece of shit.
Well, he ain't changed much.
And Jon Moxley's the man, dude.
It was a little while ago. I fell asleep on a plane. We landed. I don't even know what city it was in. And when we hit the ground, I woke up out of a dream. It was a bad dream. And I don't remember everything about it, but I remember I was on the side of the road. I was on my hands and knees in the dirt. My face is bruised and cut up, and there's a black cloud hanging over me. A demon. Kind of demon that follows you around your whole life. Kind of demon that follows you around for years. These demons come in all shapes and sizes for everybody. And this cloud, he's laughing at me. He says, you, everything that you are, everything you become, everything you have in your life is good. None of that was supposed to happen. None of that belongs to you. Where do you get off thinking you were going to make out with all that? And the cloud, this demon, he asked me, he says, do you really think you were going to make it out? The nerve of you, did you really think you were going to make it out? And I woke up before I had a chance to answer him. Nobody gets through life unscathed. We all carry scars. I have more scars on my body than the average person, but those aren't important. The important ones are the scars we carry on the inside that are harder to see. And sometimes we try and cover up these scars. Sometimes we try to pretend these scars aren't there. But But those are the scars that we should be proud of. Those are the scars that tell our story. Those are the scars that give us strength. Those are the scars that make us the people we are. That being said, I'm sure there are plenty of people somewhere around the world. I'm sure there are plenty of people who want to write me off. I'm sure there are plenty of people who doubt me. And you know what? It won't be the first time. It won't be the last time. But if you want to write me off now, if you want to doubt me, you go ahead and say whatever you want to say. You go ahead and think whatever you want to think. I'll tell you the same thing I would have told that black demon, that cloud hanging over me in my dream. You can take all that shit and shove it right up your ass. I don't run from demons. I just beat the shit out of them.
Yeah.
And for everybody in this building and for everybody all around the world that's had my back, that supported me through thick and thin, thank you.
Thank you, man.
And buckle up and get ready, because we're going on a ride, baby, in the year of 2022. I am going on a pilgrimage. I'm going to grab the world of professional wrestling by the balls and do whatever the hell I want, because now, more than ever, more than anybody in this business, I am truly free. I'll tell you this, I've been to hell. I wouldn't recommend it, but it is very, very liberating. There is no hell that can be put upon me in this ring that I haven't been through, and worse. So if there's anybody in AEW, anybody all around the world that thinks they can put me through more hell than I've already been through, know this. I'm thirsty. You thought I was dangerous before. Shit. These days, all I drink is blood.
Yeah, man. And that was it, man. That was it. Fiery promo as always from Moxley, man. As I said before, man, great to see Moxley back. He looks great, man. Looked like he slimmed down a bit. But yeah, man, glad to see him back, man. Glad to see him back, and I cannot wait to see what's next for him after Ethan Page. So yeah, man. So yeah, Moxley was missed, dude. He was really missed, and I'm so happy to see him back, man. I say it with a lot of these people, man. You know, there are a list of people that I would love to see Moxley in the ring with. And yeah, man. So right after you get through Ethan Page, I want to see him against a Bryan Danielson or a Adam Cole or anybody else, man, on that locker room. And so yeah, man. So right after that, we had MJF. He was backstage with Wardlow, and so MJF he had spoke.
Last week was an abomination, an embarrassment to our great sport. When your hero, CM Punk, was powerbombed over and over again until I can only assume he got early onset spinal stenosis. And what did he do? Instead of taking the loss on the chin like a man, he decided to take the easy way out. He decided to pull Wardlow in by his hair and by his tights and get a tainted pinfall victory. Granted, if Wardlow had a teeny tiny bit more seasoning, I'm sure he could have reversed it. But that's not what I'm here to talk about today. No, what I'm actually here to do is apologize. Not only have you been a stellar employee, but you have been a great friend of mine for the better part of 2 years and 2 months. It is your birthday, and
Happy
my
birthday.
gift to you is a sincere apology. I lost my cool on you last week, and that's not okay. However,
boo.
big man, you put your hands on me. And quite frankly, that's not something I can allow. It sets a bad precedent for everybody else in this company. As much as it pains me to do this, I'm gonna have to dock your pay.
Oh, come
Now,
on,
take it
dude.
the wrong way. You know, if you get wins again, and if you qualify for the Face of the Revolution ladder match and win me my TNT title, I promise you, that money's gonna go right back up. And I believe in you, big man. Just like I believe in the greatest accountability buddy of all time, the chairman, the Canadian god, Shawn Spears. And I believe in the fact that tonight, he's gonna give PG Punk his first L in this company, and he's going to show the world and you how to get the job done. And I'll be there calling all the action. Because my name is Maxwell Jacob Friedman, and I'm better than you.
And you know it.
And you know it.
And that was it, man. That was it with MJF. And so, yeah, man. So, right after that, man, we had a mixed tag team match. And it was Adam Cole and Dr. Britt Baker, D.M.D., who is the AEW Women's World Champion, versus Orange Cassidy and Kris Statlander. So, yeah, man. So, first we had Orange Cassidy and Dr. Britt Baker there in the ring. Orange Cassidy, he gave Dr. Britt the most devastating kicks, and so Baker, she had stopped the kicks by stepping on his foot. And so the faces, they took control of the match, and then Orange and Kris Statlander, they did the best friends hug, and then Dr. Britt and Adam Cole, they broke up the hug with super kicks, and so they kissed, and so yeah, and then Cole and Baker, they took control of the match during the commercial break, picture in picture, of course, and we had a hot tag to Statlander, she took out Baker, and then Statlander had hit Baker with a Blue Thunder Bomb, and then Baker, she had gave Statlander a swinging neck breaker, and we had a hot tag to Orange. He took out Cole, and so yeah, both of these guys, they were going back and forth the entire time. And then we had a stunt dog millionaire to Cole, and so yeah, Baker, she had gave Orange a curb stomp. So yeah, so Kris Statlander, she was on the top rope. She was about to go for a finishing move, or one of her finishing moves, the Area 451, but Cole had blocked it. He took the bullet for Britt Baker by covering her. So Statlander had hit the Area 451 to Cole, and so Orange, he had hit the beach break to Cole, and so Cole had kicked out of the move, and so yeah, man. So Cole, he had caught Orange with a super kick in midair, and then they were outside of the ring at that point, and then Dr. Britt, she had gave Statlander a Britsburg Sunrise, so a version of the Panama Sunrise to Statlander on the stage, and then Cole, he had hit the Panama Sunrise to Orange in the ring, and then Orange had kicked out of the move, and so yeah, so Cole and Dr. Britt Baker, they were outside of the ring. They went to the timekeeper's table, and they carried the timekeeper's table near the ring. And so they got in the ring. Cole and Orange were fighting. Orange, he tried to go for the orange punch, but Cole, he had got out of the way. And so Orange Cassidy, he accidentally bumped into Dr. Britt Baker. And so Dr. Britt, she had fell off the ring apron, and she went through the table outside the ring. And so yeah, so Cole, at that point, he was mad. And so he gave Orange a low blow right behind the referee's back. And so to end the match, man, we had Adam Cole, he had his finishing move, the boom, to Orange Cassidy to win the match. So therefore, Adam Cole and Dr. Britt Baker, D.M.D, wins the match. And that was pretty much it with that, man. Really fun match, man. Fun match. Yeah, so right after that, man, we had Alex Marvez. He was backstage and he interviews the Inner Circle. So that's Chris Jericho, Santana, and Ortiz. So they were backstage.
Eddie Kingston injured last week at the hands of Daniel Garcia in 2.0. Next week, that trio is going to be facing the Inner Circle.
You know, I really don't give a rat's ass about Eddie Kingston. Eddie, as far as I'm concerned, you can GFY. But 2.0 and Garcia...
Chris, with all due respect, you might not care about Eddie Kingston, but we do. So tread carefully when you mention his name.
Not only that, Chris, but actually, Eddie made a comment last week that rings some truth. Maybe you are the reason why we're not the tag champs. Huh? Everybody from the Elite, the Pinnacle, now Garcia and 2.0, we've been fighting your battle since day one. When have you had our back? Huh?
Every week
Wait,
I've had
whoa. When have you had our back truly, Chris? Maybe next week we'll prove that we don't need you to win. Maybe next week we'll focus more on us instead of this.
Oof.
Feel me?
No, I don't feel you.
So yeah, man, that was it with that. So we got some dissension in the Inner Circle right now, man. But yeah, man. Yeah, when is the last time they went after the tag team titles? I don't even remember, man. I think when the Bucks were champions. Santana and Ortiz are one of those teams that, that should have been tag team champions. And so yeah, man. And so yeah, GFY, Chris Jericho, he's starting to say GFY. At first I didn't know what it meant when he said GFY, but I kind of have an idea what it means. What Jon Moxley said to that guy earlier, the heckler in the crowd earlier. Go yourself. That's what I think it means. But yeah, man. Yeah, that was it with that, man. And so yeah, so right after that, man, we had Alex Marvez. He was backstage and he interviews Adam Cole. So yeah, so I'm reading this off of Ringside News. So shout out to Ringside News. So yeah, so Cole, he had said that Orange Cassidy has been a thorn in his side for way too long. And then he put his hands on Dr. Britt Baker, his girlfriend. And he said Cole has said that he beaten Orange Cassidy time and time again. And, he doesn't know what else he has to do. And so yeah, so Cole, he has said next week he will destroy Orange Cassidy. Cole has said next week it'll be anything goes, no DQ, lights out match. And it's time to end Orange Cassidy's career. And so yeah, so that was it with that. So That was the match, a lights out match. And remember last year in a lights out match, we had Dr. Britt Baker versus Thunder Rosa in a lights out match. So we having a lights out match next week with Cole and Orange Cassidy. So I'm guessing Orange Cassidy will win this match because Cole is beating him over and over and over again. So Orange, he might have to get his win back. So yeah, that's why I'm guessing Orange Cassidy will win. And so yeah, so right after that, man, we had Shawn Spears versus CM Punk. And so yeah, so MJF, he was on commentary, and this match was really quick, man. CM Punk, he had to go to sleep to Spears to win the match, so therefore CM Punk wins the match. And yeah, I did not expect that match to end that fast. Did not expect it. But yeah, man. So right after the match, we had MJF. He tried to sneak attack Punk, but you know Punk had turned around, grabbed MJF by his scarf. He had grabbed MJF by his scarf, and MJF he had ran away, and Punk he still had a hold of the scarf. And so yeah, so Punk was wearing MJF's scarf, and so that was it. And yeah, man, that was it with that. And yeah, man, I'm loving the fact that they haven't touched yet, man. I'm loving the fact that they have not touched each other yet. Because if they touch each other, man, you're giving a match away. You're giving the match away by having them touch. But I'm glad they did not touch yet, man. But yeah, man, so that was it with that. And so yeah, so right after that, we had Billy Gunn. He was backstage and he spoke.
Hey, come on, you're gonna want to shoot this. Hey, man. First of all, thanks for making me wait.
Christian Cage shows up. So they were outside. So Billy Gunn was outside, and Christian Cage, he showed up.
All night. I know you just show up whenever you want to.
Good to see you too, Billy. Good to see you.
So anyway, my boys are ranked in the top 5, as you know, right? So I think it's time that they get a shot at the tag team championships that your boys hold.
That's what you think, huh?
I do think that.
That's how it works? Okay. Well, here's the thing, Billy. There's no doubt the talent that Austin and Colton have. I mean, look, they got your genes for crying out loud, right? Big, strong, fast. They have it all. But when the lights are the brightest, Billy, you can never get that statement win. You know what they say? The apple doesn't fall far. Make a statement, then we'll talk.
Ooh.
Don't walk away from me.
Oh. So yeah, man.
I don't know who you think you're talking to.
So yeah, the rest. So yeah, we had the rest of the Gun Club. Colton and Austin, they ambushed Christian Cage from behind. So yeah, so that was pretty much it with that. We might have a match, not for the titles, but it's gonna be a non-title match. That's what I'm guessing. But yeah, man, so that was it with that, man. And so yeah, so right after that, man, we had Cody Rhodes, the TNT champion, and the free agent Cody Rhodes. He spoke, and he brought a ladder into a ring, a big ladder, man. Brought that huge ladder in that ring, and he was in the middle of the ring, and he spoke.
What do you guys want to talk about? I'm reminded from that last match about a man who once sat on stage just like that, looked in a ring just like this, and he gave one of the most important addresses in the history of our sport. It inspired thousands of would-be wrestlers. It mobilized literally millions of fans. It was the first hint of a revolution. I am talking about CM Punk and the Pipe Bomb.
Pipe Bomb, man. Love that segment, man.
Someone told me to save this promo, but I honestly don't know if I'm going to get the chance, so I'm going to do it now. In that interview, that was the first whiff of a revolution. He laid out a road map. He listed things that for him, for somebody like me, were taboo at the time. Things like going to New Japan Pro Wrestling, working with Ring of Honor. And ultimately, he would talk about teaming with the Young Bucks. As destiny would have it, as fate would have it,
he was unable to do those things, but he would join.
Man, this crowd right here,
He
man.
eventually wind up here in what Pro Wrestling Illustrated called the comeback of the year. But if we're being honest with one another, and I see all the CM Punk shirts, it is the comeback of the decade. We are all living it. We are all loving it. But in his absence, in the void that CM Punk left behind, somebody did do each and every one of those things. I did them.
Yep.
I carried every ounce of anti-monopoly sentiment on my shoulders. I held every grain of the revolution in my hand, and each and every one of you cheered. You want to ask why I won't turn heel? It's because you cheered me when I needed the most. When it says there is more than one royal family in wrestling, I am talking about me and all of us. People talk about the forbidden door.
Uh-oh.
It's a proper noun. It's vernacular. But if you are an industry journalist who covers what we do and you disagree with anything that I say here tonight, you're not a journalist. As this generation likes to say, check the receipts, check the dates. Before there was the forbidden door, I was the one who built it. But speaking of Brody, speaking of Darby, of Miro, and of the TNT champion, Sammy Guevara. These are men, a lineage, a legacy of champions who taught you what you had been taught against. Everyone had been conditioned for 20 years that any title that doesn't have the word world in it is a secondary.
Oh. Man, this crowd right here, man, is freaking rowdy, man. Dang, man.
But we don't have secondary belts. The only way it's secondary is because right now, there's two. I think it's pretty clear what we do. I know Tony Khan has sent a contract in the mail to Sammy Guevara and myself. Maybe it's not the contract I wanted. But Sammy, at this point, beach break,
Uh-oh.
2 titles,
Climbing up the
1
ladder.
champion.
Ooh.
Oi, Sammy Guevara, what do you say?
Look, Cody was climbing up that big ladder, man. I'm telling you, man, that ladder is huge, man. My God. Yeah, man, that was it with that, man. That was it with that. Man, when I was watching this thing live, man, the promo segment from Cody Rhodes, at first, man, it was hard to hear him, man. It was hard to hear him because these idiots, man, keep chanting, shut the F up. Like, dude, you shut the F up, man. Like, I was trying to listen to Cody speak. I couldn't even hear him. But yeah, man. But yeah, that was it from Cody Rhodes, man. As always, man. Same thing with Jon Moxley and everybody else, man. Man, Cody Rhodes is great on promos, man. Great when he had that microphone in his hand. And so yeah, man. So we have a ladder match. Sammy Guevara versus Cody Rhodes for the TNT Championship. The winner will be the undisputed TNT champion. So they paying homage to Shawn Michaels and Razor Ramon in their IC title ladder match. So yeah, man, should be really great, man. Should be really great. Can't wait to see it. And yeah, man. So I'm guessing Cody Rhodes is gonna win. I'm guessing Cody Rhodes is gonna win that ladder match. That's my best guess. And so yeah, so right after that, man, we had Tony Schiavone. He interviews Anna Jay with John Silver and Jade Cargill, who is the TBS champion, with Smart Mark Sterling in her corner. So yeah, so they were backstage, and so Jade Cargill, she had like an open challenge. She had did like an open challenge. She had issued a challenge, and so Anna Jay, she accepted the challenge.
TBS champion Jade Cargill has issued an open challenge for that title. And one of the top-ranked contenders in the women's division, Anna Jay, has stepped up and accepted the challenge. Do you think you have what it takes to defeat Jade Cargill?
I mean, probably not. Jade Cargill is absolutely undefeated at 24-0, but we are thrilled to accept this challenge.
24-0? Well, Anna, show them the guns. Those are 24-inch arms, and Anna
John
is ranked
Silver.
number 2, and she is going to be the one that beats you for the TBS championship. Anna Hungy.
Jade, let me remind you, there is a dark side to Anna Jay. I wrapped barbed wire around my arm just to win a match. I will do whatever it takes to win. Will you?
Okay. But I need you to understand who I am and where we are. This is that bitch show.
So yeah, so that was it with that. So yeah, so they have a match for the championship, TBS championship. And yeah, it's a no-brainer. Jade is gonna retain that title. But yeah, man, that was it with that. And so right after that, man, we had a match, a tag team match, and it was Malakai Black and Brody King versus the Varsity Blondes. So that's Brian Pillman Jr. and Griff Garrison with Julia Hart in their corner. So yeah, man. So Malakai Black and Brody King, they have some new theme music, man. I love it, man. Love it. And so yeah, man. Black and King, they destroyed these guys, man. They killed them. They killed the Varsity Blondes. So yeah, we had an assisted power slam to Pillman to win the match. So therefore, Malakai Black and Brody King wins the match. And so right after the match, Malakai Black grabbed the microphone and he spoke.
Members of the House of Black, please rise.
All right, let's stand up. Let's stand up. Oh, sit back down. Sit back down.
Thanks to you,
So yeah, Pac showed up on a Titantron.
I have found a new vision, a purpose, and now I truly see you, Malakai. You are just the same as every other cretin in AEW. Self-obsessed and power-hungry. And it's exhausting.
So yeah, Pac is blinded too, so he have like a bandage over his eyes.
And you might have a few spells up your sleeve, but the bastard is beyond even your reach. Incorruptible. And I suppose this was the moment you expected me to bow down and call you master. Malakai Black.
He holding a card that says justice on it.
I'm gonna make a model of you.
He takes off the blindfold. Uh-oh. And that was it, man. So that was it with that. So Pac. So yeah, Pac, he's not done. He's not done with Malakai Black. And so yeah, man, so that was it with that. So Pac, he is on his way back. And so yeah, man, so right after that, man, we had Brandon Cutler. He was backstage and he was looking for the Bucks. He was looking for the Young Bucks, but the Bucks were not there. And so yeah, he had his camera set up and everything. We had Rocky Romero and Trent Beretta, Roppongi Vice. So they interrupted.
Young Bucks, we're live. Where are you?
This is gonna work, trust me.
How are they not here right now? What's going on?
So unprofessional.
Guys, this is set up for the Young Bucks.
Well, now it's set up for Roppongi Vice, Brandon. And you know what? You better keep that camera rolling or we're gonna kick your ass.
Dude, come on.
Oh.
Bully him all. Brandon, we're sorry. Is it okay if we just do a thing right now?
Sure, I guess.
Thanks, man. You want to tell him? Like,
Yeah.
We've been losing so
Yeah.
much.
Week after week, the best friends have been losing against the Elite, and we're tired of it. And I just got back from Japan. I was in the Tokyo Dome. I was feeling nostalgic. I was like, hey, you remember the time that we beat the Young Bucks for the IWGP Junior Tag Team titles in Tokyo?
Ryogoku, too.
Yeah.
We beat him like 3 times.
That's right, 30,000 people plus. So I was thinking, we are the guys to beat the Young Bucks.
Easy.
So Bucks, we're putting out the challenge this Friday night on Rampage.
Oh yeah.
Vice reunites for one more night. All right, you can turn off that stupid camera, Brandon, because we're done here.
Come on. Brandon, thank you. You're doing great. We really appreciate what you do.
Thanks. It was a pleasure working with you.
Yeah, real nice working with you, too. Yeah.
Bugs are going to kill me.
So turn it off, bro.
Yeah, I guess it's done, right?
Well, at least they got his name right. At least they got his name right, man. Kyle O'Reilly calling him Landon. And yeah, Dr. Britt Baker calling him Brandon Butler and all that stuff. But at least they got his name right, man. At least they got his name right. But yeah, man, that was it with that, man. And so right after that, man, we had a match, and it was Frankie Kazarian versus Lance Archer. Murderhawk Lance Archer with Jake the Snake Roberts in his corner and Dan Lambert. So yeah, man. Really confused about the pairing of Dan Lambert and Lance Archer. Don't understand the pairing. But yeah, man. So yeah, this was all Lance Archer. Lance Archer, he took control of the match. Kazarian tried fighting back. He had a missile dropkick to Archer, and he hit a springboard leg drop to Archer. He kicked out at 1. And then Archer hit a choke slam to Kazarian, and he followed that up with a boss man slam. And so to end the match, we had Archer hit the blackout to Kazarian to win the match. So therefore, Lance Archer wins the match. And so yeah, man, match was way too long, man. It went way too long. But yeah, but right after the match, we had Tony Schiavone. He interviews Lance Archer.
You don't need to understand it, Tony. What you need to understand is that Hangman Page just isn't old enough for this. He wasn't raised outside. Didn't drink water out of a hose. Run home from the Rocky movie to tell Dad he wanted to be a pro boxer. Now him and his friends, they played video games inside. Sipped Perrier out of a bottle. And the Toy Story movie made him want to become an East Coast dairy farmer, giving hand jobs to heifers to make soy milk to sell to Starbucks. You are not mentally or physically prepared for this monster, and I'm going to tell you what he's going to...
Uh-oh. Archer took the microphone.
Enough of this cowboy bullshit. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do.
Uh-oh. So yeah, Archer, he went right after Kazarian.
Archer's got a plan, obviously. And it could be a very sadistic plan.
So yeah, he went right after Kazarian. So Archer went right after Kazarian, and he tried to take out Kazarian. And then Hangman Adam Page came out to save the day. And they were both fighting outside of the ring, and they got back inside of the ring. Hangman Adam Page tried to hit the buckshot lariat, but Lance Archer dodged it. And so they were fighting in the ring. And so Hangman Adam Page took him outside of the ring. So he took him out outside of the ring. I think at one point Hangman Adam Page hit him with his cowboy boot or something like that. Hit him with his cowboy boot. And so yeah, so he knocked Lance Archer outside of the ring. And so yeah, so that was pretty much it with that. And of course they have their championship match, Lance Archer versus Adam Hangman Page. It is not going to end well for Lance Archer. It's not. Nobody is taking that championship away from Page. He just won the title. So yeah, it's not going to end well for him, man. It's not going to end well for him. Yeah, and then he fought against Moxley for the championship. He lost. And then he fought, like, Archer and championships, man, does not go well together. Like, he lost to Cody Rhodes to crown the first ever TNT champion. He lost to Cody Rhodes. You know, he lost to Miro. He lost to Jon Moxley. You know, every single champion that he fought, he lost. So, yeah, why would anybody believe that Lance Archer is going to beat Hangman Adam Page? But yeah, man, that was pretty much it with that, man. And so, yeah, so right after that, man, we had Alex Marvez. He interviews Dante Martin, Lee Moriarty, and Matt Sydal.
Dante Martin, not only did you recently settle the score with a victory over Powerhouse Hobbs, you also saved Lee Moriarty and Matt Sydal from an attack by Team Taz.
You want to know why that is? It's because for months now, while Darius has been out, Sydal has been like a brother to me. So yeah, I have his as well as Lee's back against a group like Team Taz.
Dante, you've watched our backs, and until your brother returns, we'll make sure we do the same for you.
All right, let's see what Team Taz has to say.
Oh my God, Dante. How many brothers you got, man? This is the thing I realized about you. You got a baby brother complex. You think everybody around here is your friend, is your brother. What I'm gonna let you know is this. Nobody is your friend, and you will find out that you are all alone.
Dante, you better have someone watch your front, your back, and your side to side. Because Team Taz, we build assassins.
Yeah, man. That was it, man. That was it with that. And so, yeah, man. Yeah, Darius Martin should be on his way back. He been out for a while, man. Been out for a long while, so he should be on his way back. Should have already been back right by now. But yeah, man, that was it with that. And so yeah, so right after that, man, we had Tony Schiavone. He interviews Kris Statlander and Red Velvet backstage.
Yeah, here with Red Velvet and Kris Statlander. Kris, you went through hell earlier tonight in that mixed tag team match, and thanks you very much for standing here and talking to me right
now. Legit Layla Hirsch.
What a match. Congratulations. If only you had the same focus for our match. But you didn't. Because of you, we lost on Rampage. You have become so selfish. And the worst part is, you've cost me thousands of dollars. You've cost Red thousands of dollars.
All right.
You don't know how to be a team.
All right, listen. We're a team.
Red, shut up. You are always on her side.
It was miscommunication, all right? It happens. It was miscommunication.
And so yeah, man. So yeah, that they showed us 50 seconds of the video. But yeah, man. But Red Velvet, not Red Velvet. Legit Layla Hirsch, she had attacked. She blasted Red Velvet from behind, man. She blasted her in the back of her head with an elbow strike. And so she beat up Red Velvet, and Layla Hirsch, she beat up Kris Statlander backstage. And so referees and, security had to break it up. And yeah, man, that was it, man. That was it with that. And so yeah, man, so right after that, man, we had a match. It was Sky Blue versus Serena Deeb. And so yeah, man, the professor of professional wrestling, Serena Deeb, or the woman of 1,000 holds. So yeah, man, she has some great nicknames, man. I love it. But yeah, man, so we had a swinging neck breaker to Blue, and we had a detox to Blue. And so to end the match, we had Serena Deeb. She had locked on a submission move, the Serenity Lock, to Blue to win the match. So Blue taps out. So therefore, Serena Deeb wins the match. And that was it, man. And so yeah, so right after that, man, we had the Men of the Year. That's Ethan Page and Scorpio Sky with Dan Lambert. And so they were backstage and they spoke.
Jon Moxley returns, and the locker room scatters like cockroaches when the lights come on when they hear he's looking for an opponent on Rampage.
You know who didn't scatter? Me. All ego Ethan Page. Jon Moxley, please do not let the fancies fool you or the $500 sunglasses, because Ethan Page is up for the task. You guys can stop looking around for opponents for Jon Moxley, because in case you haven't been watching, while you've been gone, I've been racking up victories, rankings. I got wins over Jericho in the Inner Circle. I have pinned Darby Allin. Do not take Ethan Page lightly. So Tony, if you're looking for this marquee match Friday for Rampage, look no further than All Ego Ethan Page, your franchise player.
So yeah, man, so that was it with that. And the match was made official. So Jon Moxley versus Ethan Page on Rampage this Friday. And so yeah, man, so right after that, man, we had Sammy Guevara. We had him on split screen, and he had his cue card. So this is his response to Cody Rhodes and what Cody Rhodes had said earlier. And so yeah, so Sammy, he said, "Pretty, isn't it?" So he was on a beach, a nice looking beach. So he said, "Pretty, isn't it?" Sammy had said, "This beach is an escape." And he said, "This beach is relaxing. This beach is peaceful. Only thing is, this is my beach. As for yours, Cody, 2 belts, 2 ladders, 2 champions, and only 1 winner. At beach break, you will find no peace. You won't be able to relax, and you won't escape. You took what was mine, and I want it back. Next Wednesday at beach break, there will be no Spanish guide, no vlog star. The Sammy you knew is gone. Next Wednesday, I walk out of beach break, the undisputed TNT champion. Hit me up." And so that was it, man. He had his TNT championship draped around his back. And that was it, man. So that was it with that. And now, man. So right after that, man, we had Tony Schiavone. He was backstage. He interviews Matt Hardy and Andrade El Idolo. He interviews Andrade El Idolo and Matt Hardy. I'm reading this off of Ringside News, so once again, shout out to Ringside News. So Hardy, he has said that he sold Andrade El Idolo 49% of the Hardy family office. Matt Hardy, he also said that Andrade is now the president of the Hardy family office, and from this day forth, they will now be known as the AHFO. So not the HFO anymore. They are now the AHFO. So Hardy and Andrade, they said if Darby Allin survives tonight, they will consider him for the AHFO. So they'll have a spot for him for the AHFO. But yeah, that was it with that. Not gonna work. Darby is not gonna fit with them. So yep, that was it with that. I don't know what they are doing with Andrade El Idolo. I really don't know what they're doing with him. But yeah, he does not need to be teaming with anybody. He doesn't. He should be going after some championships or something, maybe the TNT title. But yeah, that's in my opinion. But yeah, man, that was it with that. And now before we get into the main event, let's talk about next week's show. So yeah, for Rampage and for Beach Break next week. So Rampage, we have Jon Moxley versus Ethan Page with Scorpio Sky in this corner. And then we have the Roppongi Vice. We have the Roppongi Vice. That's Trent Beretta and Rocky Romero with Orange Cassidy in their corner versus the Young Bucks. So that's Matt and Nick Jackson. And we have Hook. We have Hook versus Serpentico on Rampage. And then we have the TBS Women's Championship match. It's going to be Jade Cargill, who is the TBS Women's Champion, versus Anna Jay. And also for Beach Break. So for next week for Beach Break, we have the TNT Championship ladder match. So it's going to be Cody Rhodes, the TNT Champion, versus Sammy Guevara, the interim TNT Champion. So winner will be the undisputed TNT Champion. And also for Beach Break, we have Adam Cole, Bay, versus Orange Cassidy in a lights out match. So yeah, that should be really good. And I'm guessing that's the main event. If not, the ladder match. But it'll make sense to have this match main event, the lights out match. But yeah, man. And also we have a trios match next week. So we have the Inner Circle. So that's Chris Jericho, Santana and Ortiz versus Daniel Garcia and 2.0. So that's Matt Lee and Jeff Parker. And so yeah, man. So that's pretty much it. Oh yeah, and also for Beach Break we have Red Velvet versus Legit Layla Hirsch on Beach Break. So yeah, so that's also next week. And yeah, man, and that's it with that. And so right after that, man, we had our main event. We had the Acclaim. That's Max Caster and Anthony Bowens versus Sting and Darby Allin. So yeah, so the Acclaim, they blindsided Darby Allin and Sting before the match can start. And so yeah, the Acclaim, they Pillmanized Darby Allin's head into a steel chair, and they threw him into the steel post while his head was wrapped in that steel chair. And so the referee, man, this is funny right here, man. This is funny. So we had the referee. He was calling for help. Like the way he was calling for help, dude, it was so funny, man. It was so funny. He was like, help, help, help. And so yeah, we had the medic team. The medic team, they went to go check on Darby Allin, and they took him to the back. So yeah, so Sting, he had to fight it. He had to fight the Acclaim by himself. So it was a handicap match. And so yeah, so Sting, he tried to fight them off, but the numbers caught up to him. And so yeah, so that's when the Acclaim had to control the match at that point. And so yeah, so Sting, he had locked in the Scorpion Deathlock to Caster. Bowens, he had broke it up. He tried to break it up the first time, but Sting, he had no-sold it. And then Bowens had broke it up for the second time. And this time he sold it. And so yeah, we had Bowens, he had grabbed the boombox and he hit Sting with the boombox behind the referee's back. And so the Acclaim, they try to slam Sting on the steel steps, I think, at one point. And we had Darby Allin do like a bat out of hell, man. Out of nowhere, man. This dude dove onto the Acclaim out of nowhere. Dude, he blasted them, dude. And so, yeah, so Darby Allin, he had a coffin drop to the Acclaim outside the ring. He had a code red to Caster in the ring. And then Caster had kicked out. And so Caster, he had hit the mic drop to Darby. And then Sting had broke up the pin. And so, yeah, man, this is a nice spot in this match too, man. Sting, he had dove off of the stage. So Sting had dove off of the stage. on Max Caster. He dove off of the stage on Max Caster through the timekeeper's table. The crowd had chanted, "You still got it," to Sting. And yes, indeed he does, man. And so, yeah, man. So Darby had hit a stunner to Bowens, followed up by a coffin drop to Bowens to win the match. So, therefore, Sting and Darby Allin wins the match. And that was it, man. That was it with that. Really fun match, man. Really fun match. Great main event. And, yeah, man. I said this last week. Man, they should be going after those tag team titles. Sting and Darby Allin for the AEW World Tag Team Championships. They are undefeated, man. They should be ranked. They should be ranked in the top 5. They should be ranked in that top 5. But yeah, man, I will send these guys after the tag team titles, man. That's just me. That's just me. But yeah, man, that was it with that, man. That was it with the show. Overall, really fun show. Enjoyed it. Jon Moxley making his return. I loved it. And man, main event was really great. Sting, Darby Allin, loved the main event. And yeah, and I can't wait, man. Cannot wait for Beach Break next week. Cannot wait for it. And that Lights Out match with Cole and Orange, and that ladder match too. Ladder match with Sammy and Cody should be really good. But yeah, man, really, really fun show, man. They set up next week's show to be good. So yeah, man. So cannot wait for it. Cannot wait for Beach Break. But yeah, man, that was it, man. That was it with AEW Dynamite. And man, if you like this video, man, what are you waiting for, man? Hit the thumbs up, man. Hit the thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel, if you're watching D Ryan Awesome Show for the first time ever, hit that subscribe button. And right next to that subscribe button, there's a bell. Make sure you click on that bell to be the first ones to know when my next video is uploaded, because I'm here each and every single week, man. Wednesdays for AEW Dynamite. Thursdays, Impact Wrestling. I'm probably not going to do it anymore. I'll still watch it. I'll still watch Impact Wrestling, but I don't know if I'll review it anymore. Don't know, but I'll still watch it. I will review their pay-per-views. Fridays for AEW Rampage, and then Saturdays and Sundays are for our pay-per-views, AEW, Impact Wrestling, and WWE pay-per-views. And yeah, man, follow me on Twitter at Ryan Awesome Show. And yeah, man, comment down below, man. Tell me how you felt about this episode of AEW Dynamite. And share this video, man. Share this video with each and every single person that you come across on a day-to-day basis. And yeah, man, I'll see you guys on Friday, I guess. I'll see you guys on Friday for AEW Rampage. And I'm gonna try to do SmackDown too. So SmackDown, I'll try to do SmackDown and then AEW Rampage on the same night. I'll try to do that. I'm gonna try. I don't know for sure, but I'm gonna try to see what it's like. But yeah, I'm gonna have both of those reviews in one video. So it's gonna be a SmackDown review and an AEW Rampage review in the same video. So I'm gonna try something new. So that's gonna be the one thing that I try new. But yeah, man. And yep, that's it, man. So I'll see you guys when I see you guys. And once again, guys, thank you for the love and the support for the show. Thank you, thank you, and thank you. Thank you guys for going out, watching my videos. Thank you for hitting the thumbs up. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Thank you for everything, man. Thank you. And yeah, man, see you guys when I see you guys. And yeah, man. And this has been D Ryan Awesome Show. Take care, stay safe, and don't forget to be awesome. And that's that.